Have you ever noticed how the things that mess us up today are the exact same things that have been messing people up since the beginning of time? It's like we're running on this ancient, glitchy human software, and we keep hitting the same bugs. There's this verse in the New Testament that groups all our modern struggles into three main traps. 1 John chapter 2 verse 16 from the Complete Jewish Bible says, "Because all the things of the world, the desires of the old nature, the desires of the eyes, and the pretensions of life are not from the Father, but from the world." Think about that last phrase. The pretensions of life. A pretension is just a fake flex. It's when we try to look more important, more successful, or more secure than we actually are. It's the ultimate internal mind trap. To understand how deep this goes, let's travel way back to the very first short story in human history, the Garden of Eden. Picture Eve standing in front of that forbidden tree. Satan is whispering in her ear, trying to get her to doubt everything. Look at how Genesis chapter 3 verse 6 describes her internal shift right before she bites. When the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasing to the eyes, and that the tree was desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some of its fruit and ate. See the pattern? It's a perfect match for the three traps John talked about. First, she saw that the tree was good for food. That's the desire of the old nature. Today we call that the Uber Eats impulse. It's when our physical cravings or comfort override what we know is right. Second, it was pleasing to the eyes. That's the desire of the eyes. It's visual covetousness. It's what happens when you're doom scrolling Instagram, seeing someone else's perfect vacation or perfect body, and suddenly you feel like your life sucks because you don't own what they own. Third, she saw it was desirable for gaining wisdom. Bingo. There are the pretensions of life. Satan promised her she'd be like God. He appealed to her ego. She wanted to instantly elevate her status, skip the process, and become totally independent of her creator. She bought into the fake illusion that she could rule her own universe. And what did it get her? Shame, anxiety, and the sudden urge to hide in the bushes. But fast forward thousands of years. The script flips. Jesus is out in a brutal, burning desert. He hasn't eaten in 40 days. He's exhausted. And Satan shows up with the exact same three-part playbook to try to crash his life, too. But instead of falling for the trap, Jesus handles it like an absolute master, quoting directly from Deuteronomy. Satan hits his physical cravings first. "Hey, you're starving. Turn these stones into bread." Jesus shuts it down with, "Man does not live on bread alone." He puts spiritual alignment over physical comfort. Next, Satan attacks his eyes. He shows Jesus all the kingdoms of the world in a flash, offering instant wealth and visual splendor. Jesus looks away and says, "Worship Adonai your God, and serve him only." He refuses to covet earthly glory. Finally, Satan pulls out the ultimate weapon, the pretensions of life. He takes Jesus to the highest point of the temple and says, "Prove who you are. Jump off. Force God to send angels to catch you. Make a massive public spectacle." Think about how tempting that would be to the human ego. Instant fame. Zero suffering. A total power move to show everyone who's boss. But Jesus rejects the pretension completely. He looks Satan in the eye and says, "Do not put Adonai your God to the test." He chooses hidden humility over toxic showmanship. So why do you and I need to know this today? Because we live in a culture that practically forces us to live in pretension. Every time we curate a perfect fake version of our lives online for likes, or brag about our hustle, or try to force things to happen in our own strength instead of trusting God, we are falling for the exact same trap Eve fell for in the garden. Next time you feel anxious, stressed, or tempted, use Jesus' blueprint to regain control. Identify the root. Ask yourself, is this my physical appetite, my visual envy, or my pride talking? Speak the truth. Don't argue with the voice in your head. Counter it with a solid, undeniable truth. And redirect your action. Put the phone down, step away from the situation, and go do something quiet, humble, and real. Your worth is already totally secure in Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. You don't need the pretension.